explain your water device?
This is called, are you on?
Yep.
I'm Jim Blight, and I'm here. Well, a water phone, to the best of my knowledge, is a machine or a device that picks up sounds only through water. In other words, all the sound all the sounds that are picked up have to travel through water.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a water phone in such a way that we need ways to get the water moving.
Right.
Sound in the water. We need ways to get the sound into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And there's several ways to do that. You can strike the sides of a container containing the water, and the sound will go from the container into the water. Or you can move the water around in such a way that it's slopping around,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever sound would go into the water at that point would be modulated by the size and shape of the water, which is always varying because water
Right.
can flop around never the same way twice.
Mm-hmm.
And you can blow bubbles into the water, and you can scream at the water. There's different things you can do with the water. Now, that's great. So you get all the sound going to the water. So how are you going to get the sound out of the water? Well, you can stick your head inside and listen, which is not a good idea. Only you can hear it, and you can relate the experience to other people later, but they're not going to believe you.
Right.
Or they won't be excited because they didn't try it themselves. It's kind of like going around Europe on a bike by yourself and then spending 10 hours telling somebody about how wonderful it was, and they're just sort of less than the throat. So the best way to do it is to stick a microphone into the water. One of the problems with this, though, is that microphones are connected to an electrical source,
Right.
and you can get one heck of a shock if water ever touched the microphone. So what you do is
Right.
you get
Yeah.
some rubber diaphragm or some other
I beg your pardon.
some large stretchable, unimpregnable sort of diaphragmic substance, like a condom, over the microphone.
Oh yes.
And then you would dip that the condom-coated mic into the treacherous water and hope that the condom don't break. Plug the microphone into an amplifier and strike up the band and have a good time. And have your water phone.
Sounds good. Okay. How do we stop this?
It sort of sounds like condom use in general.
Yeah.
How can we? Sticks. Oh, there it is.
What were you explaining your wrinkle bomb?
Go on.
Wrinkle bomb.
I'm just telling him about it.
Well, because I just put the camera on it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is called the knicker bomb.
Well, it's called wrinkle bomb, but we don't know what that means.
Wrinkle bomb.
The name, the thing was, the instructions on the basic design were from a book that I got that was from Amsterdam or someplace.
Oh,
so I don't know if
goodness.
it's Dutch, and I don't know what it means, but this is what it is. So you can use something like a notched stick for it, or this.
Oh, that is so deep.
Nice feedback.
It's really
type
nice when it's
sound.
amplified.
Oh, it must be.
Yeah, we usually use a contact mic on it. Or
Wow. How many contact mics do you own, Bill?
Oh, right now I've got 3 that are working.
Now, these contact mics,
what?
you can buy them, can't you, at
Well,
Radio Shack or stuff like that? They're sort of-
no, we're.
You can get the parts.
But they don't really
Yeah.
make them anymore, do they? Yeah, do they?
I think they still make them.
So can you send away to some place and get 50 in a bag?
The best thing
Go
to
ahead,
do
Colin.
is buy the piezo
This is chaotic. Don't worry about it.
separately.
That's
You
You
can
know how to
get them.
construct them, do you?
Yes.
I make my own.
Colin has one right
Oh, you
there.
got one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look. That's beautiful.
So we're mostly make our own because they're really easy to.
No,
To make.
it comes pre-assembled like this.
Oh, it does?
You just have to solder it.
Ah.
You just
It's-
attach the cord, really.
It's really,
Oh, okay.
it's pretty touchy soldering because
Yeah.
It's tiny.
well, it's not the size. It's if you heat this up too much,
Yeah.
the solderable coating comes off,
Yeah.
and then you can't solder there anymore.
Yeah, I see. Now you've toasted it.
Yeah.
Do you want to show us what you for the camera? Do you want to show us what you've got here?
Well,
Show us it. Okay, yeah. Go. That tuna can thing was pretty interesting. Oh yes. about on that other device there? Can we get this moving?
That would sound really good on tape. Might actually do that deliberately on tape. I probably won't.
Wow! Let's see if we can get it going and stay on there for a bit. For some reason it was staying on a bit longer before. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, it's a reciprocating one.
Do you want to say anything about this setup? Where things came from, or you were telling us before that these were found. Were these found on the way? These
no,
things.
Hey, that's decent.
The red bean curry.
Well, these two items are from the blue box, as is the pie tin, which Bill doesn't have active.
What's that?
The pie tin.
Oh.
It's the other.
Oh, I see. You have two.
I have two. Yes.
Two. I didn't realize you were using those. Okay. I will
So-
plug that in right now.
That is the blue box. This was in the basement. Oh, that's
There we
okay.
go.
Oh yeah. Yes, and this tin was from Birdworks.
Yes, that's right.
And what are these? These little pieces of junk.
Yeah, truly, it's from a wreck tape deck. I stripped it down to the metal. This I found on the road. I don't know what it's from. And this, I think, came from a record player.
Oh.
Oh yes. Okay.
Just one of those.
Looks good.
One of these useless pieces of mystery metal.
Okay.
It's just got this peculiar shape that's useless for anything else.
Little things here. I like these little doodads. They're just topped from juice bottles. Juice bottles you get. Some of them you need to use two hands on, like. But they got
Oh,
the little
yes,
pop-up
yeah,
thing
yeah.
in the middle. So some of them you can just use one hand on. I've actually got them
Very
labeled on the
nice,
inside
yeah.
just one hand or two hands. And probably can't see that because the light's behind it. But anyway.
Maybe we should try and get you from a different. Yeah.
You just do sort of clicking sounds with it.
Did you see that, Jim? They're quite nice. They're just juice can lids. They make a nice clicking sound.
Almost sounds like those
Yeah.
we used to have when we were kids.
Yeah, well, that's why I came up with the thing, because I couldn't find any of those anymore.
Oh.
But, so, anyway,
This is
what
a
else?
suitable replacement.
Yeah. I discovered you could do that. Anyway, the other thing we have here, high-tech gear. A nice little feedback thing with a plate of metal that came from where...
A computer or something?
Probably from it's got that computer beige kind of color to it, but I have no idea what it is, where it came from, like what it was for. But anyway, it does nifty things like.
Yeah, neat.
Very nice. Oh.
Oh, you can also stop it and play it on its own as a.
Kind of more of a, yeah, like an acoustic, acoustic thing. Yeah. And what about this oat tin? What are you planning to do with that?
Actually, that's got a couple of things.
Good noisy rattle. Sounds good.
That kind of thing. Oh, then there's the bell type thing.
Oh yes.
The old saucepan lid.
You've used these before. Yeah. Yeah. Very
Let's
nice.
go into that.
Yeah.
These things that I found at a recycling plant before they threw us out.
Oh yeah. You've had this
Which-
before at
yeah,
other
yeah.
at gigs.
These sound really good, actually.
It's another bell-like. Very nice.
Did it have the grooves cut, or did you do that?
Yeah, no, that was already cut.
It had
in
those
Yeah.
cut in it.
come out of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can also play it with the world famous curvy massage.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. Things like that.
Yeah.
Any other doodads? Oh, there's some other delved into too. Not quite as rich a tone, but these are aluminium as opposed to whatever the other, steel or whatever the other one.
Yep.
But
Very similar shape, but
yeah.
I think it's, did you get it at the same place?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Essentially, it's.
Okay.
All right. Well, mostly I'm doing the mix, which is quite often what I do. So we get everyone plugged into the board, hopefully, and then I can, you know, affect all the signals in various ways. Usually like to add some reverb to certain things, or delay or echo other things. But when I do get a chance to play an instrument, here's one. This is called the March 22nd, 1998 guitar. It's called that because it was made on March 22nd, 1998, and I couldn't think of anything else to call it. But it's made out of a found fretboard that came out of the garbage. It was actually, the whole guitar was there, but someone smashed it up during some performance.
Yeah. I think I remember that.
So
yeah.
I got the fretboard anyways, and then I had this metal, it's like a pie plate or some kind of thing that I attached to it. Makes it kind of, looks like a cigar box guitar, but of course it's not. It's just a
It's flat, yeah.
plate. So, anyways, attach that to it and the other guitar hardware, and then a contact mic is attached directly to the plate.
Yeah.
So essentially the whole thing is
Amplified, yeah.
So it will pick up the strings quite nicely, but it picks up everything else as well. So if you tap on it or whatever, you can use it percussively too. So and it has kind of a strange sound to it because the distance between the bridge and the nut is not the conventional distance that you would have on a regular guitar.
Guitar, yeah.
So all the notes are essentially off.
Yeah.
It can't be it can't be tuned.
Do you want to demonstrate?
It's got kind of a folky sound to it, almost like a banjo or something.
It does. It reminds me of New Brunswick.
Yeah. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
And then we have these. We've got two of these.
The Ossington Baron Bow?
This is the Ossington Baron Bow. It's we were at Long and McQuaid one day, and we saw these lovely Baron bows. I suppose they were from Brazil or wherever. That were made out of the traditional stick and gourd. So you have a stick, a bent stick, and a gourd, a hollowed out gourd attached to it, and then like a string of some kind. Well, we couldn't afford what they were asking for these things. But I thought, I could probably make something like that myself. So I had this old crutch around, and I thought that would be a good wood to use. So we just I took the crutch apart and used one of the sides of it, and got an old coffee can, bolted it on to the crutch.
Yep.
Bent it almost like stringing a bow, like a bow and arrow, archery bow, and attached this wire to it. It's got quite a bit of tension actually.
And then there's another one that's...
There's a duplicate that might be at a slightly different tension, so the pitch might be a little bit different.
Try both of them.
Yeah, there you go.
See
Yes, they are slightly. can affect the pitch by changing the tension on the string, but just by pressing down on it a little bit.
Yep.
Now, do we have that violin bow? Oh, just these make a really nice feedback kind of sound when you bow them.
Similar to the wrinkle bomb. It's similar to the wrinkle bomb, yeah.
So, there we have it. And of course there are lots of other little things around
Yeah.
that we can bang on or pluck or bow or whatever.
Okay, so what did you bring with you, Linda? Let's look at what you've got.
Well, I've brought metal trash, metal things from the trash. It's an all acoustic setup. A broken badminton racket. Something.
Something. Looks like a handle or something.
Yeah, I think so.
And some other scrap metal.
Scrap metal. It's a sheet metal. These are used to bind, I think.
Bales of something.
Or yeah, like wooden crates.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Strapping.
A bent bicycle wheel.
Oh, I like the way that looks. Yeah, that's great. Good. Okay. All right.
Linda, you might want to use these drumsticks.
The pianos traditionally had no electric bit band.